Dear students, today we are going to study how to calculate tally marks and how to draw frequency distribution table.
Now consider the scenario where a surprise test has been taken for the students, and instead of a total marks of 10, the total marks in this case is 50. So as you can see, a pretty large amount of data has been considered over here. Now to draw a simple frequency distribution table will be quite inconvenient to represent the individual marks that has been obtained. It will be tedious for the teacher. So under such circumstances, it is usually wiser to group this data. That is, I can group this data into small groups like marks from 0 to 10 and then marks obtained from 11 to 20, onwards 21 to 30 and so on. So when I'm grouping data into small groups like this, it becomes easier for me as well as the teacher to represent this particular data. Thus, these groupings are known as classes, or in other words, we can say that the entire data set that has been given to us has been grouped into 5 classes. What are these classes? These classes are 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, and then 41 to 50. So data has been grouped under 5 classes. Now over here you will see that each class contains 2 numbers to represent it. The lower number is known as the lower limit of the class and the upper number is known as the upper limit of the class. So for class 1 to 10, 1 is the lower limit and 10 is the upper limit. For class 11 to 20, 11 is the lower limit, whereas 20 is the upper limit. Another term is defined when it comes to classes, that is the class size or class width. Over here, how can we define the class size or class width? It will be defined as the lower class limit minus the lower class limit of the previous class. Similarly, if I am to define the class size with the help of any 2 other classes, let's say this class and this class, it will be obtained in the same way. The lower class limit minus the lower class limit of the previous class. So it will be 11 minus 1, which is equal to 10, or in this case 31 minus 21, which is equal to 10. It can also be found out in another manner, that is the upper class limit minus the upper class limit of the previous class. So over here it will be 20 minus 10, which is again equal to 10, and this will be true for any 2 consecutive classes we consider. So the class size or class width is given by the difference in between the lower limit of one class and the lower limit of the previous class, or the upper limit of one class minus the upper limit of the previous class. So now I have to represent this particular data that we have with the help of a grouped frequency distribution table. If you remember, earlier we had a simple frequency distribution table where individual variates were given their frequency. Now in this case, to make matters easier, we have a grouped frequency distribution table. So as you can see, we do not have to list down every individual variate. Instead, I just list the groups that I have considered or the classes that I have considered. So let us see how we can fill up this table. So what is the first mark that has been obtained by the student? It is 48. Where in these classes do you think 48 will lie? As you can see, obviously, that 48 will lie in between 41 and 50. So over here, I place one vertical mark. Now let's see, 42. Where will 42 lie? Again, 42 will lie within 41 and 50. So I place another vertical line in tally marks. Moving on, we have 38. 38 will lie in between 31 and 40. So I place one vertical mark. Then I have 37. 37 will again lie within 31 and 40. So I place another vertical mark. Then I have 25 and 23. 25 and 23 both lie within 21 and 30. So I place two vertical marks. So in this way, I move forward and draw the tally marks for the respective classes. And then from the tally marks, I can directly tell the frequency. Thus, over here, I obtain the tally marks as you can see. Now, if you look closely, it is very easy to say what the frequency corresponding to the tally marks is. For the first case, the frequency is 3. For the second case, the frequency is 5. Because if you recall, 4 vertical lines crossed by a slanted line represents 5. In the third case, the frequency is 6. In the fourth case, the frequency is 8. And in the last case, the frequency is 3. So thus we have obtained the grouped frequency distribution table.
So students, I hope you all have understood how to calculate tally marks and frequency. So there is a small assignment based on it. Please try to solve it. Thank you.